What you guys, got another video here for you. I've got another ransomware protection software test for us here, and basically this one is called RansomFree by Cybereason, and you can get it from cybereason.com, or you can get it from ransomfree.cybereason.com by the looks of it here, but it is cybereason.com. You can get it from if you go here. Let me quickly show you there the different site. As you can see, it's the same site, just a different URL there, but basically you can come here and download the ransom-free version here. Now it claims that it protects you against 99% of ransomware, which is absolutely rampant on the internet at the moment. It's all over the place. You can get it from attachments, email attachments, all sorts of things. And once this gets on your system, it will encrypt all your data. Now it's still important that you back up your data on a regular basis, as well as using protection. Okay, so we're going to be testing it here. Now I've already disabled Windows Defender here now, because I want the actual ransom-free to do all the work. I've also got Process Explorer running here, and we've got our samples which we're going to be using. Just going to use some samples here, and I've also got my pictures and data and all that on the computer, and we're running a Windows 10 system here, so you can see it's pretty up to date, and we're going to give that a go. So let's get started. So first off, I'm going to open these up here. Just let me snap this to the right and that to the left, and from here we'll go straight in with, say, CBT Locker. So I'm going to start this one off, click on this, and we've got it running. As you can see, it's starting to run here. Now all we've got to do here is just wait for RansomFree to pop up with its message box, and we can then block the encryption process. So you can see this is the actual box that you're going to get popping up, and you can see viewing affected files, and this is it here. And also you can see stop and clean the threat, no, let it run, and yes, stop and clean the threat. So that's the one we're going to do. It does give you the location here, and also the time and date and day and everything else, which is very useful. I'm going to say yes, stop and clean that off. Now you can see here we've got this box popping up, and you can see the actual CBT Locker as started. Now that doesn't mean that it's encrypted our data. What that's done is it's blocked the encryption process, and this is what this box is explaining to you. Basically it's saying it's left this box pop up here, but all your data is safe. So let's go and check our data here. So I'm going to quickly check our data just to make sure that it hasn't encrypted our data, and you can see our data is inside here and it is safe and sound. So that has blocked that ransom. Now we have got this on the screen, which isn't a big problem, so all we need to do here is change this. Okay, add in my background here, and you can still see it's on the desktop here, but don't worry, we're going to remove this by just doing a quick reboot. So let me just quickly reboot, and we'll get rid of this. So I'm going to reboot the system. Okay, so you can see down that's been removed from the system. It has blocked all the encryption process. So now you can see, which is the dreaded Windows Defender has started up again, which it always does. I'm trying to stop that. There we go. So now we can see all our data is intact. We haven't lost our data. It's all there, as you can see. So we're going to continue now. So that's what they mean when you get that little pop-up box. Just wait for this to load up. Okay, so that's now been enabled. We've got Cybereason as enabled ransom-free, and you should see this little owl type icon here. So let me just start this off again. Now I have disabled Windows Defender again because we don't want that interfering, and I'm just going to quickly open up Process Explorer here. Okay, So let me just quickly snap that to that side, and we'll snap this here. There we go. Okay, from there we're going to do server free. Let's have a little look at this one. We're going to fire this one up, and you can see here that it's now running, and what we're waiting for is RansomFree to pop up with its box to give us the signal. So you can see here user account control, so I'm going to say yes here to run this. So you can see here now, so it has blocked it, it's renamed that file. So just move on to Cry Ransomware. You can see it here loaded up. And you can see one threat automatically stopped and cleaned. So we're just going to let this continue. You can see here we have another file here. So I'm just waiting for the pop-up from RansomFree. So then while that's doing that, let me just check my data to make sure everything's okay. Okay, we've got the pop-up box now, so I'm going to say yes, stop and clean this threat, and then we want to, you can see here it's giving us that message again, which is okay. We're just going to check here. Okay, data's okay so far, nothing's got through. So let's move on to another one here. So we can go on to, let's just see here, the HTA new Lockheed. Let's go into this one. Let's try this one. Let's see how we go. You can see the file here. Okay, so we can see this here still running. There is nothing happening on the system. Okay, so that took quite a while to pop up. It did actually pop up eventually, but it did take quite a while to pop up. So I'm going to say yes and to kill this off, as you can see there. But it did block it, as you can see. It's now killed that process, and I don't think there's any sort of display on the screen there, which is okay. And also I want to check, just want to check the data to make sure everything's okay. So you can see everything's still okay. It did block that version there. It's also renamed that file. There's no point running another one, so we'll just leave that as is. Also, what I want to do here next, I'm going to go in Maktub. We'll try this one. See the Maktub is running there. Starting to, CPU starting to climb. And then we get our pop-up here. And you can see it's now asking to block that process. I'm going to click OK here. Okay, so you can see it's renamed the file, and nothing is on there. So let me just quickly check our data just to make sure everything goes okay. Oh, I thought that encrypted it then. I see some white there looking through here, and I thought it was all encrypted, but it hasn't. It's done a good job. It did let a couple through here, I can see. But it managed to stop it. There's two that have been encrypted here. So two slipped through the net before it had a chance to actually stop that. So you can see the extensions there. I'm not sure which one that was. It was probably this one that we've done. But all these still work okay, as you can see here. So I could live with two files rather than having a whole computer encrypted. So let's try, let's try erotic ransomware here. Just going to click on this one. and you can see that's now running. The CPU is starting to climb, and you can see here we're being told to stop and clean this process. I'm going to say OK here. Click OK. And now that's been stopped. Let's have a look here. And I can see it says it's been stopped, but you can see the exotic, I should say, not erotic, has managed to slip through the net and encrypt all your files, as you can see here. I'm looking at the samples, and it hasn't done the samples, so it may be okay. Maybe just these files on here. Let's test. The actual start button is gone, as you can see here. The start button and the taskbar has actually disappeared. So what we need to do here is, I'm going to quickly reboot the system. So I'm going to push Control Alt Delete, and I'm going to need to reboot our system. So let's restart, and we'll just let Windows boot up here. Okay, the first thing I want to do is get into here and stop Windows Defender. Turn that off. That's it. Okay, so now we've got this sorted, and you can see here this is automatically doing something on the desktop here. I can see something happening, and it's saying Cyber Reason ransom-free protection has been enabled. And I can see here there is a bit of files here. I'm not sure if it has done any damage to our files. It has let it through. Okay, so you can see here, I can see encryption files here. By the looks of it, it's doing something. But when you look inside, you can see the files. Let me just try to open these. Okay, the files are okay, so we can still see, we can open these files. It has let a few in, so you can see here, exotic here, exotic. So it's only let a couple get encrypted, but it's blocked it, and it's allowing us to get to our data. Now obviously this could still be critical files that you needed and you haven't got a backup for it, and I suppose there's that outlook, but I mean it has only let 2 through, which you could be harsh and say 2 is too many, but I mean it has saved a lot of your data, but there is 2 files been encrypted, and these 2 files could be really important documents, and that will be the end of it. So but as you can see here, it's okay here. I'll let you guys decide on what you think there. It's managed to block a lot of that activity here. So let me just have a look here. See, it's let these ones through here. It's blocked all of those in another folder in New York. There was pictures here, and it's blocked all of those, and also here. So it has managed to get through quite a bit and do some damage. So let me see here. Let me try the downloads area. You can see it's encrypted all the downloads area, so it hasn't stopped it properly. That would be a foul in my opinion. Documents, again, it's done documents, and we can also test the samples area here. It's not touched these files, it's just done some other files. I mean really, if you're protecting a system, it can't allow that many to get through to be encrypted, especially because they could be in really important documents. But again, maybe I'm being a little bit too harsh, but it did do a good job up to that point, and it did say it blocked it. Okay, so I've re-imaged the system back to the way it was without any malicious ransomware on here, and as you can see, everything is back to the way it should be. And what we're going to do is do a couple of more tests just to give it another chance. We'll try this Holy Crypt in here, so we're going to click on this. As you can see, just going to let this go through. and as you can see here, it wants to stop it, so I'm going to say stop. I'm going to click OK here, and just going to quickly check to make sure that it hasn't encrypted any data. I'll leave this open, but I don't think it has, no. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll crack on. I will try this Zepto. And you can see down here it has started. So we've just got to wait and be patient to see whether it pops up. Okay, so it took a while and it suspended that process, and I'm going to say yes, stop and clean, and let that clean that process out of the way. Click OK here. I'm just going to check to make sure that it did not encrypt any of our data, and you can see it's all okay. So it's doing a good job at blocking a lot of these, and you can see it renames the file. Test decrypt. I'm not sure if this will do the same thing. We'll try. I'm going to say yes here. Comes up with the blockage. So I'm going to say yes, stop and clean. Okay, that's done. That's good. Let's test the decrypt. So let me just quickly check the data again. I just want to make sure. Okay, that's doing good there. It's not allowing any of that stuff through, which is good. And just quickly fire this back up. I'll do a couple of more, I think. See, one of them got through there encrypted, as you can see. It didn't do any more than that. I don't think it's done any more. Let me see, downloads. No, okay. Documents. Couple there. Okay. So let me just snap that back to the side and continue. I'm going to do a couple of more here. This is, let's see, let's try one of these. And then we'll try Petra after this. And if it blocks Petra, I'll be pretty impressed. So what we're going to do here is just let this run. You can see down here it's suspended that file. It will come up and block it eventually. And there we go. I'm going to stop and clean that threat. As you can see, and one more check of the data. So I'm going to quickly check here. Just make sure. Okay, we're all good there. I'm going to try let's try Petra here. I'm going to try the green one first. And so yes. You can see here. Oh. It doesn't look like it's blocked Petra. So as you can see here, what that's going to do is damage the master boot record and delete the master file table, the MFT table, which will obviously delete all your documents. So that's pretty much that. And you can see here it's already starting to do its thing. So we just cancel this out. So I quickly reset the system back, and I think we're going to call this one. We've done quite a few tests there with different types of ransomware. Some managed to creep through with just a couple of files, and some managed to get through a lot more than others. And a lot of them were blocked. Petra managed to get through and cause damage to the system, and also delete the MFT, which is not good. But then obviously that is quite a tough one to block, and obviously there's still some work to do with this program, but all in all I think it's done a pretty good job at blocking a lot of those. But again, you still need to back up your data on a regular basis, guys. You can't rely on software to protect you, okay? No matter what software company or what software it is, you always got to back up data and keep it stored in a couple of different places. You remember, backup is so important to keep your data safe, and that way you should be okay. And you can use software like this just in case you get it with one of the other ones that it does protect you against. Anyway, I'll let you make up your own mind what you think. I'm going to wrap this one up. My name is Brian from BrianTechComputers.co.uk. If you enjoy these videos, guys, then hit the like button. Also hit the subscribe button if you want to keep up to date when we upload new videos. Also, if you've got any video requests or problems with your computers, or you just want to join the community and have a chat, we can head over to the forums. The information's on the screen. And if you haven't joined my Facebook fan page and you use Facebook, then the information's on the screen for you right now. So, okay, thanks again for watching, guys. Thanks for your continued support. Bye now.